afternoon and welcome to the CCA Excellence Awards 2021. Please put your hands together and welcome your host for today, Mr. Fred McCauley.
Well, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. I'm Fred McCauley. You might have seen me at these awards before, but not in this situation. It's all very different. People are calling it the new normal. Well, it's new, but it's not normal. For those that don't know, I'm a comedian. It's always a shame that I have to tell people that at an event, but it's better to tell you now than at the very end. So I'm going to entertain you. I'm going to be your host for the evening, and we've got many people who want to say hello to you, and none more so than the Chief Executive of CCA. Will you welcome Anne-Marie Forsyth?
Thanks, Fred. I'm delighted to introduce these CCA Excellence Awards 2021. It's been a long, hard, challenging year. It's been an incredible year in many, many ways. We've all missed the most enjoyable aspects of our work, getting together to celebrate, seeing each other face to face, and I very much hope that we can do that again soon. It certainly has a lot of hope around with the vaccines, but there's also a lot of challenges at the same time. I feel really privileged to work with the CCA network and to share the experiences over the last year. And some of the award entrants for this year have been quite outstanding. They're obviously mostly to do with dealing with an anxious population, dealing with the very, very many requests and calls about everything that's concerning us during these times, whether it's about health, about finances, about travel, about everything essentially all meets the front line in all the different sectors that we deal with. And some of the stories are truly remarkable around getting new services set up in jig time, things that normally take months have been taking days and sometimes hours, about the above and beyond experiences of senior people getting together new teams and making things happen in ways that are almost unimaginable. But most of all, it's been those people who've been dealing with customers on a day-to-day basis, handling all this anxiety and answering those important questions, whilst themselves dealing with their own domestic difficulties, as everybody has struggled with so many things that have happened during the last year. So great privilege to be sharing these with you tonight. And everybody who's submitted, I think the standards are higher than they've ever been. They're different this year. There's obviously a few more categories, and it's been a real privilege to be part of that. I want to just say a little bit just about the judging panel. Our judges, as ever, are a fantastic team of really experienced people, and they've worked together this year as a team in a way that is quite remarkable. Big thanks to Andy Menz, who's chaired the judging panel. And I know that the experience and wisdom of this group is not only helping to judge these awards, but it's helping us all to raise the bar for the challenging months and years ahead, because every single year the awards calibre gets higher and higher, and that's really exciting for us to see. A huge thanks to our sponsors and partners for tonight. Our main sponsors are Poly and Ring Central, and our category sponsors are Twilio and TTEC. And a huge thanks to all of you, and I really mean that in a heartfelt way from the CCA network, because it's not just about this celebration, it's also about all the work that you've done in partnering with us to have some great research and some great content and pulling together so many learnings and insights for last year to guide us in the years ahead. So thanks very much again for all of you. Look forward to working with you next year. So it just remains for me to say good luck to everybody. I hope you're all ready with your glasses charged and ready to celebrate success, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks very much, Anne-Marie. So we've got a great number of awards to give out this evening, and we've got an awful lot of people that want to say hello, and I think it's going to be a really special event. As Anne-Marie said, it's been a very interesting year. Certainly for the McCauley household, we learned a few things. The first thing you should know is that until 3 months ago, I was a ballet dancer called Fatima, but I've had to change just to kind of keep working. The other thing we learned was that our bottle bin is too small, so we had to improvise. We innovated, and we started using our garden waste bin as well, but only for the bottles we drank outside. And been catching up with old friends as well. That's been a good thing, because people we're global, and now we've got a chance. I'm getting more used to speaking to people across Zoom and Teams and WhatsApp and all the other ways that we can communicate. And I caught up with some guys that I was at school with, and there was one chap. He wasn't the brightest button at school, and you always hope that people are going to progress. Not a chance. Just the same as he was all those years ago. Just to give you an example, this is a guy that when asked in our Latin class to name the mythological creature that was half human and half horse, suggested it might be Mustang Sally. He failed his Latin. So, that's enough jokey jokes. I don't know if you're laughing or not. I can see smiles from the tech guys here. We'll get on with the business of the evening. Now, the awards are going to be in separate categories. We've got 5 different groups of awards, and we'll have a wee break at some point during the evening, and we'll also be coming to you live. We'll have a wee look around the country at you people in your Zoom best, your finest Zoom clothes, right? And I know some of you are thinking, gosh, I might be on screen. I'll put a bra on. So well done, fellas. I haven't had a bra on for 11 months. That's the lockdown. So let's get down to business. Good to see you all with us. As Anne-Marie said, these have been going on for many years, and the CCA Excellence Awards are the only awards judged by a peer judging panel, and that's very important to the integrity of the awards. On behalf of CCA, many thanks to the CCA Excellence Awards Judging Committee for their excellent work in overseeing the awards this year and for their help in interviewing the shortlisted candidates to help identify the winners. Sincere thanks also to the judging panel. The panel! We've got to suppress the virus for excellent efforts in working through the entries to select the shortlist. Before we kick off, I'd like to remind you all of your achievements so far, because the quality of submission improves year on year, and it's not easy to win an award. So if you're a finalist, many congratulations. Give yourselves a round of applause. I said earlier we're going to hear from our sponsors as well before we get into the awards, and I'm going to invite now our Excellence Awards sponsor, Poly, to say a few words.
Good evening. My name is Sophocles Sokratos, and I'm the Vice President of Sales for Poly. Poly are a company built on connecting people, delivering professional audio and video devices, and this year, more than any other year, connecting people has been incredibly challenging, but more important than ever. I'm delighted to be here this evening to take part in the ceremony for the CCA Excellence Awards of 2021. Normally we would be together in Glasgow, having a meal, catching up with friends, old and new, as we take the time to celebrate all of the amazing work that all of you have delivered. However, even though we're unable to be there together, this evening's event is an amazing opportunity for us to continue to stay connected and recognise the excellence in customer service. More important than ever, as so many people have worked through exceptional circumstances over the last year, to continue to be available, to be responsive, and to be there when customers really needed us most. Poly has proudly sponsored the awards for more than 15 years, and we are thankful for the opportunity to be part of this fantastic celebration. The conversations that take place every day across all your industries have a massive impact on people's lives, and tonight's awards recognise those that have gone above and beyond, time and time again, to deliver for their customers. We work with so many of you and your organisations, and we are delighted to be able to provide you with the capabilities to continue those conversations between you and your customers. And it no longer matters where you're working from, because work is no longer a place, it's more of what you do and how you do it. So with that, I'd like to wish everyone this evening who has entered tonight's awards the very best of luck, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
As I said earlier, we've got 5 sections, and the first section has 4 awards. And the first of these awards is Customer Experience Brand. I'm delighted to have with me Mr. Alan Dedicoat, somebody I've worked with many times over the years. Alan is known as the voice of the balls at the National Lottery. I'm sure he would have preferred a better nickname, but that's what he's lumbered with. But he's joining us to share the shortlist and announce today's winners. In some of today's categories, there will be an entrant that is highly commended, so he'll mention who they are as well. And that is awarded when the top scoring entrants for the category are extremely close, and it's been only fair to recognise that effort. Over to you, Alan.
Good afternoon, Fred. Good afternoon, everyone. I have to say, I am delighted to be with you today. Just like Fred, I get to do quite a few of these in a year, and this is my first one, my inaugural, my initial CCA Excellence Awards. Thank you very much indeed for inviting me. Now let's start by announcing the shortlist for our first award today, Customer Experience Brand of the Year. The shortlist is CalMac Ferries Limited, Tesco and T-Tech.
Thanks very much, Alan, for announcing who the shortlist is. And we'll come straight back to you, if you wouldn't mind telling us now, who is the winner?
And the winner of Customer Experience Brand of the Year is Tesco.
Thanks very much, Alan. And that's how it's going to work, ladies and gentlemen. And we're on to the second category. And this is contact centres, great places to work, in-house operations. Over to you again, Alan.
The shortlist for contact centres, great places to work, in-house operations is Coventry Building Society, Legal and General, Scottish Widows, and Tesco. And the winner of Contact Centre's Great Places to Work in-house operations is Coventry Building Society.
Yay! Wow, thank you. Firstly, thank you to the CCA. I'm so grateful to be able to receive this award on behalf of Coventry Building Society. And on behalf of all my colleagues at the Society who really do make it a great place to work.
Congratulations again to our second winner, and on to the next category. And it's Contact Centres, Great Places to Work, Business Process Outsourcing. Back to you, Mr. Dedicoat.
Fred, on the shortlist for Contact Centres, Great Places to Work, BPO, are Atos and T-Tech. And the winner is Atos.
No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around.
And the final award in this section is Innovation in Customer Service. Alan, let's do the honours.
And here's how the shortlist for Innovation in Customer Service looks. Ervia, Scottish Widows, and Standard Life, part of the Phoenix Group. And the winner is Standard Life, part of the Phoenix Group.
Set me free. You make me win.
Thank you so much. It's amazing to win this award for a piece of work that has impacted so many of our colleagues and our customers' experiences, and to be partnered with such an amazing company as Cowrie.
Thanks, Laura, and on behalf of everyone at Cowrie Consulting, we are so honoured to have won this award, and we're so proud of the work that we've done together to improve customers' experience using behavioural science.
So congratulations to our first four winners. And now time to have a wee look on the Zoom screens and see how you're all looking. Some people have got dressed up from the waist up. Some people have got it all wrong and got dressed up from the waist down. Nice try, good fun. Try better next time. And we move on to the next segment. This next award is Excellence in Social Responsibility and Awareness. Alan, it's over to you.
Here's who's on the shortlist for Excellence in Social Responsibility and Awareness. Coventry Building Society and SGN Limited. And the winner is SGN Limited.
Thanks, Alan, and well done to the winner. The best CX transformation is next, in-house technology solutions. Let's hear from category award sponsor T-Tech.
Thank you, and it's a fantastic honour to be a part of the CCA Excellence Awards 2021. TTEC are so proud to be sponsors for the CCA and continue our long-standing relationship. The recognition, for the kind of service and the commitment that the individuals, the teams perform for our clients and everyone across the industry is phenomenal. So really excited to be a part of tonight. Wish all of the finalists, all the success and luck they need to potentially win one of these. And fingers crossed, you'll be smiling at the end of the night. So thank you again. Great to be involved and have a fantastic evening.
On the shortlist for Best CX Transformation In-House Technology Solution are Atos, the Cooperative Bank, and Yodel. And the winner is Yodel.
Hi everyone, it's Michaela from Yodel and I'm here with Erica from our marketing team. And we just wanted to say we are absolutely delighted that 3 years of hard work designing, building and deploying our Erin tool have been recognised today. All the teams across the Yodel organisation who have contributed are extremely proud that we have what we consider to be an industry-leading client tool that truly allows our clients to put their customer experience at the heart of their business. Thanks everybody.
Congratulations, and we move on to the 7th award, and it is Excellence in Business Process Outsourcing Collaboration. Alan, we're collaborating, aren't we? Over to you.
The shortlist for Excellence in Business Process Outsourcing Collaboration is Atos, Mod Squad, TTEC and Volkswagen Group UK, and Webhelp. And the winner is Webhelp.
Hi everyone, just wanted to say a big thank you from all of us here at Webhelp and the Very Group. The commitment shown from our people over the past year and to win this award has been nothing short of exceptional. So a big thank you from all of us here at the Very Group and Webhelp. Yay! Thank you everyone.
Thank you, bye.
We have a highly commended for this category. Congratulations to TTEC and Volkswagen Group UK.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is Excellence in Skills, Learning and Development, something that Alan has done in an abundance throughout his career. Over to you, Alan.
On the shortlist for Excellence in Skills, Learning and Development are Camelot, Coventry Building Society, Police Scotland, Scottish Widows, the Cooperative Bank, and Webhelp. And the winner is Camelot.
We are extremely grateful to be receiving this award. Having delivered such hard work at such hard time, it was not easy at all. And to be deemed as excellent by our colleagues and the members of CCA, experts in the customer services industry, is a dream. Thank you so much from the heart.
We have a highly commended for this category. Congratulations to Police Scotland.
And the final award in this category is Most Effective Vulnerability Strategy. Very important. Alan, let's hear it.
And here's how the shortlist for Most Effective Vulnerability Strategy looks. Coventry Building Society, HMRC, Scottish Widows, and SGN Limited. And the winner is Scottish Widows.
Hi all, absolutely delighted to have firstly been nominated and now been successful for the Most Effective Vulnerability Strategy Award. It really shows the amount of hard work that has gone in over the past year to 18 months of all of our vulnerability work coming together.
Yeah, and I think it's really valuable recognition for all of our colleagues across insurance and wealth who commit a huge amount of time and effort to our most vulnerable customers and putting them first at a time when they need us most.
Thanks, all.
Thanks.
We have a highly commended for this category. Congratulations to Coventry Building Society.
And that concludes part 2 of the ceremony. Back to the Zoom screens. Let's have a wee look around. How are you all doing? Mostly fully dressed, but can I just say, change the camera angles. Way too many nostrils. On to the third part of today's ceremony. We will present 4 awards before we take a wee short break, and then we'll return to announce the winners of the remaining categories. And the first award in this section is the Rising Star Award. Always an important one. Alan, you'll remember when you were a rising star. Let's hear the shortlist and the winner.
On the shortlist for the Rising Star Award are Legal and General Leanne Calder, Scottish Widows Hannah Bowen, and the Cooperative Bank Oliver Sloan. And the winner is the Cooperative Bank's Oliver Sloan.
Next award, vital as well, Team Leader of the Year. Let's find out who it is. Alan.
Here's the shortlist for Team Leader of the Year. Atos, Lisa Raw. Legal and General, Lauren Alexander. Scottish Widows, Jenna Richards. And the Cooperative Bank, Catherine Whelan. And the winner is Legal and General, Lauren Alexander.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm the Customer Service Team Manager for PRT. To win this award would be the cherry on top of the cake for me. It's been the toughest year I've ever had to manage through, and I could not have done it without the hard work, dedication and support of my team. I'll be celebrating on the night with my husband with a cuppa and a takeaway. Very rock and roll. It's a bit of a different, bit different to the dress and the champagne I envisioned, but I'm sure I'll still have a great night.
Next award now, Manager of the Year.
It was an absolutely superb effort, almost impossible to judge and separate the 5 nominees. And I just wanted to say what a fantastic job they did. It's really appreciated. I think it restores faith in what people can do and their ability to do. And it was, absolutely fantastic. So to all 5 guys, congratulations again, and all the very best to the person who does come out on top. Thank you.
Alan, let's do it.
Here's who's on the shortlist for Manager of the Year. Coventry Building Society's Selena Godwin. Coventry Building Society's Dean Ashby. DVLA's Charlotte Gower. NHS Business Services Authority's Dan Britton, and SGN Limited's Linda Spence. And I can tell you now, the winner is Dan Britton from the NHS Business Services Authority.
No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this.
Hi everyone, I'm Dan Britton, Head of Customer Operations for the NHS BSA. I just want to say how immensely proud I am of receiving the CCA's Manager of the Year award. I just want to thank everyone on my team for the recognition and for the nomination, and just everybody who's put in amazing commitment and passion for helping me to deliver what we've been asked to deliver. So amazing, thank you very much. And it's not just an individual award, it's an award for the whole team. So thank you.
We have a highly commended for this category. Congratulations to Charlotte Gower from the DVLA.
And the final award in this section is Team of the Year. Let's hear it. Who's the best team, Alan?
OK, Fred, just before the break, the shortlist for Team of the Year is as follows. BT Mobile Team, CalMac Ferries Limited, DVLA, HGS, HMRC Benefits and Credits Scotland, NHS Business Services Authority Customer Operations Team, NHS Business Services Authority, and Standard Life, part of the Phoenix Group Priority Plus. Now let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that the bronze winner is CalMac Ferries Limited.
We would just like to say a huge thank you to CCA for awarding us Team of the Year. The staff have worked exceptionally hard throughout this difficult year, so winning this award means a lot to us. Thank you.
The silver winner is Standard Life, part of the Phoenix Group.
I'm absolutely delighted that Priority Plus have won Team of the Year. Every day they strive to provide outstanding customer outcomes across different channels, building deeper, valuable relationships with our customers so that we can support them when they need us the most. It's a huge achievement to be recognised out with our organisation for everything that they do. Thank you.
But the Gold Award goes to NHS Business Services Authority's
No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around.
To win a team award in a year where it feels as though the whole of the CCA network and the whole of the UK has worked together as one team is an amazing achievement, one we're all proud of. Our team, like countless others across the country, have worked to protect our colleagues, our customers, and ourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that concludes that section, and we're now going to take a few short minutes for a comfort break. Off you go, do what you need to do, refresh your drinks, and we'll see you back here for the final winners announcement shortly. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you've got your glasses ready for the next awards. I was just reflecting myself there. I said at the start about how it's good to have something to look forward to. And speaking to you from Scotland, obviously we've got great importance being placed on the part that the Scottish men's football team are going to be playing this year, because for the first time in 23 years, we're in a major football tournament finals. And two of our games might be at Hampden, one at Wembley. Good that we're going to Wembley because, as you know, Scottish supporters have to go down there every 10, 20 years and get a new set of goalposts. So we've got that to look forward to. And then, surely, it's just a short step to the appearance of Scotland again in the World Cup finals. I mean, I know it's a long way away. The group stages have been announced, and you might think that Scotland can occasionally be pessimistic, but you never see Scots more optimistic than when the group stages are announced for World Cup finals. Because we reckon we're home and dry already. We've got Austria, we've got Denmark. Denmark don't even know if they're going to play yet. We've got the Faroe Islands. It's got the same population as, I don't know, Dundee. In fact, it's smaller than Dundee. Who else? Moldova. Nobody knows where Moldova is, not even Moldovans. Then I think we play Stenhousemuir and a five-a-side team from Newcastle. So it's pretty certain that we're going to the World Cup finals. And I do feel sorry for the people of Qatar, certainly the people from Visit Qatar, because their website crashed the day after the group stages were announced. 17,000 phone calls and web inquiries asking, can you get alcohol in Doha? So the Tartan Army are on the march. Good luck to them, and good luck to the rest of everybody for these remaining awards. I'd now like to invite Main Excellence Award sponsor Ring Central to say a few words.
We're delighted to be invited to participate this evening by CCA Global. 2020 was a challenging year for many people working in contact centres. These people deserve all the recognition they are getting this evening. The experience highlighted real challenges that the industry faced for the future of work, whether that was enabling effective remote working or giving agents the support they need in times of wider stress. The success stories we've witnessed have focused on improving the agent experience to then better meet customer expectations. We at Ring Central don't anticipate contact centres will go back to work exactly as they were before. We hope to see the improvements continue, and we want to play our part to support the industry to create conditions that lead to engaged employees, delighted customers, and successful businesses. We're really excited about being part of improvements in business and customer communications that help shape the future of work and beyond. We congratulate everyone who's participating in these awards, along with the thousands of customer service professionals who are out there giving their best every single day. I hope you enjoy the evening.
One of the things we've learned about the pandemic and the last year or so is that we all need support one way or another. And this is our way of recognising that fact. On the shortlist for outstanding community support are Capital One, Gas Networks Ireland, Merchants SA, and Scottish Widows. Now let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that the bronze winner is Scottish Widows. The silver winner is Capital One. But the Gold Award for Outstanding Community Support goes to Gas Networks Ireland.
No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around.
We are absolutely delighted to win the Outstanding Community Support Award at this year's CCA Global Award ceremony. At Gas Networks Ireland, we put the community and our customers in the heart of everything that we do. When the pandemic hit, we proactively looked at ways to continue to support our strong partnerships and our customers when they needed us most. We're really proud of our positive impact on society, so it's wonderful to be recognised here today. Congratulations to all the other nominees and winners today. What an inspiring event. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan, and well done to those three. And the next category is Outstanding Home Working Programme. Now we're going to hear from category award sponsor Twilio.
Hi, I'm David Cousins. I'm Head of Go-to-Market and Sales for Contact Centre here at Twilio for EMEA and APJ. I want to start out by just saying how delighted I am, and we are, to be supporting the CCA, the most renowned rewards programme for customer excellence and CX. And we're particularly proud of sponsoring this particular category, which is the Outstanding Home Working Programme category. I think the past 14 months, if I was to sum it up, has been a large number of customers that have had this challenge alone. How do we move so many people home? How do we ensure their environment is suitable? How do we handle all the sort of technical and operational needs by doing that, and it has been tough, but you know what, we've done it and we've learned a huge amount. I think there's a lot of opportunity that's come out of it. So particularly, again, for this, we at Twilio are committed to helping our customers achieve their service excellence, and being part of the CCA is a large part of that. So for that, thank you.
And let me tell you, Fred, the shortlist for Outstanding Homeworking Programme looks like this. British Gas in partnership with IntraDM. Capital One. Camelot. Merchants SA. NHS Business Services Authority. Scottish Widows. Standard Life Assurance, part of the Phoenix Group. Student Loans Company. Tesco. T-Tech. WebHelp. And Yodel. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze winner is Tesco. The silver winner is Camelot. And the Gold Award for Outstanding Homeworking Programme goes to Standard Life Assurance, part of the Phoenix Group.
It's absolutely amazing to be picking up the award for Outstanding Homeworking Programme on behalf of Standard Life Assurance and everyone in our customer operation. This has been a year that has tested so many businesses in different ways, and this award really recognises the amazing contributions of all our colleagues in supporting each other and continuing to serve our customers.
We've worked really hard to keep our colleagues equipped, informed and enabled during this time. This award really does recognise the contribution of everyone across our area, so thank you.
Thanks very much, Alan. And the next award is Outstanding Leader, and I'd like to invite Andy Mains, Chair of the CC Awards Judging Committee, to say a few words about today's winner.
Thanks, Fred. As Fred mentioned, the CCA has introduced some new awards categories this year to recognise the efforts we've all had to make in response to the pandemic. The word unprecedented has been used a lot of times in the last year, but we truly live and still continue to live in unprecedented times. This time last year, I wouldn't have imagined that I would have long hair or I'd be presenting a digital breakfast show on the radio. And I don't think anyone in a professional capacity had ever seen me wearing anything other than a suit and tie. So things have changed. Many of you have demonstrated exceptional leadership throughout the pandemic. And the category for outstanding leadership is to recognise an exceptionally talented individual who has continued to perform throughout the pandemic. Had the opportunity to speak to the winner of this award last week about their submission. And whilst I hadn't met this person before, I was genuinely struck by the warmth and presence they displayed. Furthermore, they were incredibly humble. In terms of leadership, they also displayed what I would consider as the four main attributes of any great leader: the ability to articulate a vision for success, the drive to make things happen, but the emotional intelligence to bring people with them, the ability to create a safe psychological space for everyone, and finally, the humility to admit when they were wrong. This individual delivered a mammoth change program to ensure that their customers continued to receive great service throughout the pandemic, and at the same time increased their team's engagement in spite of the pandemic. I'm very proud and honoured to announce Andrew Lustig, who is Head of Customer Contact at the Driver and Vehicle Standards Agency, as the winner of this award. Congratulations, Andrew. This is well deserved. Well done.
Brilliant. Thank you, Andy. And congratulations to you, Andrew Lustig, Head of Customer Contact at the Driver and Vehicle Standards Agency, DVSA, the winner of our Outstanding Leadership Award. Well done. Back to you, Fred.
Thanks again, Alan, and thanks to Andy for the introduction. And we move on to Outstanding Team. I'd now like to invite Main Excellence Award sponsor Ring Central to say a few words.
We're pleased to be sponsoring the Outstanding Team Award. We know with everyone's hard work this year, selecting the winners has been a real challenge for the judging panel. Alan, I'll hand over to you to announce the shortlist.
Indeed, let's take a look at the shortlist for Outstanding Team. British Gas in partnership with IntraDM. DVLA Business Support Project Delivery. DVLA Multi-Channel Team. HMRC HMT. Legal and General. NHS Business Services Authority Workforce Management Team. Police Scotland Service Centre. Serco. Skipton Building Society Skipton Direct. And Webhelp War Room Team. The bronze winner is Skipton Building Society. The silver winner is Serco. But the Gold Award for Outstanding Team goes to HMRC HMT.
Wow, thank you so much. Just to be nominated was such a privilege, but to win is absolutely fantastic. Well done to all of the teams who worked so hard. Such a great achievement, and this award will mean so much to all of them. Thanks very much.
Thanks again, Alan, and congratulations to the bronze, silver and gold winners there. And the final award in this section is for Outstanding Technology Collaboration. Alan, take it away.
On the shortlist for Outstanding Technology Collaboration are British Gas in partnership with IntraDM, NatWest Group in partnership with IBM, and Studio, Genesis and IPI. And the winner is NatWest Group in partnership with IBM.
No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn.
And the winner is NatWest.
Congratulations to the Cora team and our partners at IBM for helping our customers during these really tough times. Well done.
So well done again to everybody that won an award in that section. And we move on to the final section. Before that, let's have a wee look at you all at home. You're still looking good. Some of you have switched your videos off. I can only assume that's for personal reasons. Maybe it's hygiene, I don't know. But thanks for still being with us. These next and final awards are decided by the CCA executive team. And I'd like to invite Anne-Marie to join me to say a few words before we announce the recipients of these significant awards. Anne-Marie, up you come.
Each year we recognise the skills and talents of our leadership teams through our Director of the Year awards. This year is a significant year due to the challenging circumstances that most organisations have found themselves in. We have a few Director of the Year awards, and I'd like to hand over to Alan now to make those announcements.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. Now, as well as the Director of the Year awards, we have the Lifetime Achievement Award, which we'll include in this part of our presentation. But more about that a little bit later on. We have 4 awards to present today under the category Director of the Year. Before I announce each of our winners, we'll hear a little bit about them from some of their colleagues. So here goes.
The nomination that he's had for this award by his management team obviously reflects how they look at him and hold him in such great regard.
What I feel sets him apart is his ability to bring people alongside with him on that journey. He truly cares about colleagues and the people, and with that he brings a sense of fun, approachability. He can be incredibly challenging, but he knows how to do that in the right way.
Congratulations to Client Delivery Executive Partner at Atos, Mr. Phil O'Shiel. Congratulations, Phil. Now for our second Director of the Year award.
Andrew's always really committed to our customers, making sure that we juggle things, prioritise the critical business services so that our customers can be paid and we can deal with sensitive services like bereavements. Andrew's also really committed to the CCA and been supportive of them over a number of years. So it's really fantastic that he's been recognised in this way. And finally, you know, under Andrew's gruff exterior that we all know and love, he's actually a big softie at heart. He loves a rom-com, and he also really, really cares about his employees and all of the staff he supports down in Cardiff. So whenever we speak, that's always one of the first things that Andrew will raise, is ensuring the well-being of our staff and that they're well looked after.
Congratulations to Chief Operating Officer for Retirement Income at Legal & General, Mr. Andrew Newman. Well done, Andrew. Now for our third Director of the Year award.
I was absolutely delighted when I heard that Margaret was up for the Director of the Year award from CCA. I've worked with Margaret for around 7 years now as a line manager, and Margaret has been a pleasure to work with throughout that time. She's hardworking, she's diligent, she's conscientious, of course she is. But much more than that, she's a real leader of people. She empowers people and then oversees them as they develop and come through the organisation to deliver wonderful things themselves and individuals. I have to say as well that from my own experience, Margaret is the leader I've worked with over the last 30 years who is most committed to and most successful around engagement. Everybody who works for Margaret, everybody who knows Margaret will know her passion for people, her passion for making sure that people are happy at work, because people who are happy at work deliver more at work. It's a win-win situation for everybody. And Margaret has done that more successfully than anyone I've ever worked with. So for Margaret, this is a fantastic accolade. As she begins to come to the end of her career with the Coventry Building Society over the next few months, it's a fantastic way to go out. And I want to say personally thank you to Margaret for everything she's done for the Coventry Building Society, for myself, and for the organisation. Thank you, Margaret.
Fantastic, Margaret. A huge well done to you. Margaret Mullins, Head of Customer Service at Coventry Building Society. And now for our fourth and final Director of the Year award.
Hi, I'm Alistair, and I'd like to thank the CCA for giving me the opportunity to congratulate one of my absolute superstars, Ian Banks, for the award for Director of the Year. Ian is an inspiration to all of us here at TTEC. He leads super well with his team. He is amazing at working with our future clients and helping them to understand the mission that we are all going on. He is inspirational with our clients and works particularly well. It's very welcoming to have an organization like CCA recognize Ian and for the work he does and for the many others who win awards. It's a very important part of what we do. So thank you very much for that. and I wish to congratulate everybody else for their awards this year. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ian Banks, Group Vice President at T-Tech. Well, there we are, a final congratulations to all of our CCA Directors of the Year. Phil O'Shiel, Client Delivery Executive Partner at Atos. Andrew Newman, Chief Operating Officer for Retirement Income at Legal & General. Margaret Mullins, Head of Customer Service at Coventry Building Society. And Ian Banks, Group Vice President at T-Tech. And now, folks, for our Lifetime Achievement Award. The Lifetime Achievement Award is presented every once in a while to recognise the personal achievements and successes of somebody who's moving on from the customer service industry. Ladies and gentlemen, this year we're delighted to present this award to Margaret Gantley from Irish Water.
Well done, Margaret. I'm absolutely delighted for you. It's a well-deserved award. What I'll reflect is that your influence on customer service has been immense. There are effectively 2 national utilities in Ireland whose current customer service ethos reflects in no small part Margaret Gantley's influence and Margaret Gantley's outlook. She's been an absolute voice of the customer champion for many, many years, and Irish Water and Gas Networks Ireland are the beneficiaries of that. Well done.
Margaret, a huge congratulations. This is truly well deserved. You've always had a passion for keeping the customer at the heart of everything we do, and I think that was our tagline in G&I for many a year. This passion that you've had, it's not only had a positive impact on those who've been lucky enough to work closely with you, but it's a reflection of what your peers and colleagues across the industry think, and it's a huge achievement, so very well done.
Margaret, congratulations on this award, very, very well deserved. And I'd just like to say from my own point of view, thank you very much for all that you've done for me to support me over the last number of years. You showed me how call centres should be run, how call centres should be set up, and you showed me how you get people to get the most out of them and give the best service to customers. So on behalf of all of us here in Irish Water, congratulations again on this award. Well done on setting up 3 national call centres, and best of luck in the future. Thank you very much.
Margaret, you were the person who introduced me to the CCA, and Margaret always drove us to look at what was best for the customer. And she'd always say, it doesn't matter how busy you are, you need to make time to attend industry events. It's how you learn what good looks like. Huge congratulations, Margaret, enormously deserved.
Margaret, congratulations on the award. I don't think you need that award to realise what you contributed to the gas company. And Lady Gantley, as you're fondly known in the gas company, have made a huge contribution to how our customers perceive us as a company. I've taken that, listened to you over the years about the importance of customer, and I carry that mantle every day when I go into work, and the importance it is to our business. On a personal note, you've been a huge influence on my career in the gas company, knowing when to fight my battles, knowing the importance of working with each other, and the importance of customer service across everybody. But listen, Margaret, fully deserved, and I can't say how much you're thought of by your colleagues in Gas Networks Ireland.
Margaret, huge congratulations on this accolade and this recognition from your peers and from the industry. I've worked with you now for the last 6 years across gas and water, and it's been an absolute pleasure. Your cool, calm, collected demeanour is always welcome in any meeting I've attended with you, and you're going to be a big loss, frankly. Dead envious about your golfing career. That's going to be, the envy of everybody, and good luck with the single-figure handicap, which I'm sure is coming your way, and well done again.
Margaret, you have guided me and directed me in all aspects of customer service and contact centre management. Your legacy will be that we all walk in the shoes of the customer, and I hope to live that every day beyond your retirement. This accolade is a fantastic end to a fantastic career. Warmest congratulations, Margaret.
Margaret, many congratulations. Look, you and I haven't had as much time to work together as the rest of your colleagues, but
what struck me is the sort of the respect and admiration and genuine fondness for you that all your colleagues have progressed, not just on this call, but on other calls I've been on recently. So look, that's hard to achieve and run a senior level job. I think managing the call centre, the transition has just been an amazing job, and look, really well done on that. The award is so well deserved. Look, good luck in your retirement, and all the best in the future. And thanks again from all of us in Irish Water and Dervia.
Yep, here.
Thanks, Margaret. Thank you.
Thanks, Margaret. A final bow to our ladyship.
Congratulations, Margaret. Everyone from the CCA team and across the member network wish you all the very best for your retirement. Now, back to you, Fred.
Thanks very much, Alan, and thanks, Anne-Marie, for doing the introduction to that. And our final awards from the CCA executive team recognise the personal contributions of individual members who readily support CCA initiatives, encourage other members and champion customer service excellence across the CCA network. The CCA team has unanimously agreed to recognise the following people for their ongoing input and support. And for the final time, I hand you over to Mr. Alan Dedicate. Alan.
Absolutely. Thank you, Fred. Our first award goes to Mark McMahon and Dan Britton of NHS Business Services Authority.
Hi, I'm Dan Britton from NHS Business Services Authority. I just want to say a huge thank you to CCA for us being recognised as CCA Members of the Year. We're immensely proud of the recognition and immensely proud to be part of the CCA network, supporting other organisations as well as getting the support ourselves to increase our customer service.
Thanks, Dan. My name's Mark McMahon, and to echo what Dan's just said, they're massively privileged and honoured to receive this award, Member of the Year. I love taking part in CCA events because it's a great opportunity for us to network with colleagues across the industry, but also to benchmark where we're at, take advice from colleagues across the industry, but also share some of the great experiences that we've had here at the NHS BSA. So thanks again for this award. Really appreciate it.
Congratulations, Team NHS. Our next Member of the Year award goes to Ross Vincent and Sharon Kerr at Scottish Widows.
Such a massive surprise, and was really delighted that the team had recognised me in this way. Working with the CCA over the last year has been absolutely fabulous in terms of what it's done for us as a business, but also me personally in terms of my development and being involved in all those various sessions and being able to link in with lots of CCA members has really helped us keep pushing forward in terms of best practice and really striving for excellence in our team. And for Sharon, Anne-Marie and all of the team to take the time to recognise the part that I have played in this is really such an honour and a privilege, and I'd just like to say a massive thank you to you all.
Wow, what a great surprise to be recognised by the CCA. It's been a tough year for everybody, and it's been genuinely a privilege to work with the CCA and its members throughout the past 12 months during the pandemic. We've shared challenges and best practice, and together as a group, I'm confident that we will recover from the pandemic quickly and continue to deliver great service for our customers. A great surprise, very unexpected, and thank you for the recognition.
Congratulations, Ross and Sharon. Well done to you. Our third Member of the Year award goes to Fiona Montgomery and Lindsay Rigby from Virgin Money.
Hi everyone, I'd just like to say a huge thanks for this award. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the CCA and all of its members for all the support across what has been an extremely busy and challenging year for us all. Huge thanks.
Congratulations, Team Virgin Money. And our final Member of the Year award goes to Christine Nunn and Jennifer Kane from the Student Loans Company.
Thank you, CCA, for this award. It's always a pleasure to work with Anne-Marie, with your wonderful team and with great colleagues from right across the industry. On behalf of the Student Loans Company, I'd like to thank you for your support and insight into the industry-wide best practices. And I'm very proud to be able to represent SLC team and to be part of this group striving to improve the experience for our colleagues and customers. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you, CCA Global, for this recognition award. I'm delighted to receive it. Student Loans Company has recently received a re-accreditation through virtual assessment. It's great to know that even in a pandemic, we've fully supported our teams working from home and they've continued to deliver excellent customer service. I don't, however, work alone, and I work as part of a team, and I'd especially like to thank one of my team managers, Lauren Rooney, for her help and support. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Well done, Christine and Jennifer. And to our other Member of the Year winners, Dan and Mark, Ross and Sharon, and Fiona and Lindsay. Back to Fred.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. A massive congratulations to all the winners, and well done again to everybody that was on the shortlist. I hope that you've enjoyed it. It's been lovely to pretend that I can see you, but I hope that you've been watching throughout and that you've enjoyed it. Thanks to Alan for providing all the nominations and the winners. Thanks to the judges, thanks to the sponsors, our main sponsors, Polly and Ring Central. Thanks to our category sponsors, T-Tech and Twilio, to everybody here that's helped put this together. But for me, Fred Macaulay, stay safe, keep well, and we'll see you sometime in the future. Thanks again. Goodbye.